build a cabin nobody can find. I'm gonna move way back in the mountains. I'm gonna leave this old city behind.
Okay, so I got the containers up here today. As you can see, what I've done is welded some channel iron on the sides of them, and I'm attempting to unload them with the old backhoe. What I've done here is made some forks, and then I've put some tubing around them forks that are longer to go all the way through the other side, kind of a fork extension kind of a deal. The problem that I'm having is the backhoe will lift it, but it won't tilt it. So what I'm having to do is tilt back all the way, and then I chain it off so when I lift it, it doesn't tilt forward. Then I kind of lift it up and kind of come back and set it on the ground.
See if it'll do it.
So what we got going on down here is, since I have welded on the sides of the shipping container to strengthen the sides so when you bury them in the ground, the sides won't collapse, because the structural ability of the container is on the four corners when they stack them up to go across the ocean. Now some guys have built walls and shored them up from the inside. I have chose to weld on the outside to shore them up. When you do that, you ruin the integrity of the paint. This paint is, basically for salt water to withstand the elements of the ocean. So when I did this, now Jeremy and I are spreading tar on the outside of these containers to withstand the dirt and the moisture and what have you, to make sure it doesn't rust out as it's sitting underground. But anyway, he's using some of this Henry's Asphalt Emotions tar, whatever. I got a big brush and just smeared it on there, basically getting where we welded any scratches, any spots that might make the metal rust out. He's doing a great job. So I got my pieces of metal welded in the sides there to connect the two containers together. Down here at the bottom, I've drilled in some anchor bolts into the concrete, and I'm tying rebar to those, so when I slide these blocks over the rebar, every one with the rebar sticking through it that void will get filled with concrete. So that'll be my retaining wall between the two containers. Once I get that cinder block wall put up, I will then put some Asphalt Emotions on that, as well as like I did the containers, and then I can backfill these containers up to that, basically the Asphalt Emotions line. And then I'll paint them, because I'm not a big fan of the color blue. So we got the wall done in between the containers. Stacked these blocks. It took 71 of them. What Jeremy's doing is filling the centers of the blocks, the ones that had the rebar in it, with concrete. So every other hole basically is full of concrete. I think we bought I don't know, 20 bags or whatever. But yeah, the little wall turned out pretty good. We'll put some asphalt emulsions on the back of this wall when we're done. And then tomorrow I guess I'll start backfilling. So yeah, came out pretty good for my first time ever doing a cinder block wall. I don't know, didn't turn out too bad.
I'm gonna move way back in the mountains, build a cabin